Humans are born to create change, not just to eat, sleep, and reproduce like animals. We either build ideas that change the system or spend our lives working for someone else's vision. The most dangerous person you will ever meet isn't the one who tries to stop you, it's the one who gives you a logical reason to give up. I spent 30 minutes with a failed man and it nearly destroyed my life to succeed. Here is why comfortable people are more dangerous to your future than your enemies. I used to think failure was a tragedy. After this interview, I realized failure can be a lifestyle. I went looking for wisdom from an alumnus. I walked away needing 2 days to recover from his mindset. People often say we should take advice from older people because they have experience. Both successful and failed people have something to share. With this belief, I decided to seek advice from a failed alumnus. What I learned from him, however, was disturbing. I am surrounded by people, and most of them are unsuccessful. When we look around at my neighbors, at people in general, I notice one common habit: they complain a lot. One day, I met a 25-year-old man who had faced many challenges. I hoped a conversation with him would give me clarity or direction, but when I asked about his past, he immediately began to complain. After talking for more than 30 minutes, I realized that in his mind, the entire universe was responsible for his failure. The system, society, and his parents were all against him. By the end of the conversation, I felt completely demotivated. My motivation collapsed so badly that I couldn't sleep properly at that night. It took me 2 days to recover. I don't want to immortalize his words. But what truly broke me wasn't his sadness, it was how calmly he dismissed effort. He looked straight at me and said, "You think hard work matters? Look at the laborer on the street. He works harder than any CEO, yet he'll die poor. The game is rigged before you even enter it." He spoke about an invincible ceiling, a limit society places on people. Listening to him felt like watching someone blow out candles in a dark room one by one. In that moment, I realized something terrifying. The most dangerous person isn't the one who stops you, but the one who gives you a logical reason to stop trying. I wondered if deep pain or heartbreak had ruined his life because pain usually shapes us and builds stronger versions of ourselves. So I asked him. His answer surprised me. He said his life was beautiful. He enjoyed his college years fully and even claimed he was so powerful that teachers wouldn't interrupt him when I asked about his future plans or any visions to improve his life. His responses was simple. "I don't think I can do anything here. Everything is against me." That was my biggest lesson. I realized he had spent his formative years surrounded by average people with no vision and no hunger. The environment shaped him into someone with no hope. There are two types of failures. From this experience, I understood that there are two types of failure and one type of successful person. The conscious failure. These people fail because of bad habits or specific mistakes. They are usually aware, reflective, and have strong experiences to share. They can grow because they acknowledge their role in their own story. The average failure. These people failed because life was too normal and comfortable. They faced no real struggle, so they developed no awareness. Their lives become a cycle of complaints and negativity because they believe they are victims of a rigid system. The person I interviewed belonged to the second category. He looked at his life and saw a closed door. never realizing he was looking through a surface level lens. This is the hallmark of the average mind. It sees the surface and assumes it understands the depth. It is much like a person standing before an aquarium. The average person sees fish eating and thinks they are happier because they just sleep and eat. But a successful observer sees that even those fish must fight for survival. Animals eat and reproduce, that's their life. But humans can think, store food, and create meaning. Our life has purpose far beyond survival. This is my advice, not something I borrowed, but something I realized. I may not have the money that successful people have yet, but I do have a successful mindset. And a successful mindset eventually brings all riches. Be careful when taking advice from failures. Many are excellent complainers who will try to convince you the world is entirely against you. While the world can be unfair, it's not your enemy. I believe that when we truly decide to achieve something, the universe begins to align itself to help us. Opportunities exist everywhere. An average person sees movement and ignores it, and a successful minded person observes that same movement, learns from it, and uses it. That is what separates poverty from riches.